Deep among the lonely, sun-baked hills of Texas, the great and weather-beaten stone still stands. The Comanches called it Squaw's Head Rock. Time cannot change its impassive face, nor dim the legend of the wild young lovers who found heaven and hell in the shadows of the rock. For when the sun is low and the cold wind blows across the desert, there are those of Indian blood who still speak of Pearl Chavez, the half-breed girl from down along the border, and of the laughing outlaw with whom she here kept a final rendezvous, never to be seen again. And this is what the legend says. A flower, known nowhere else, grows from out of the desperate crags where Pearl vanished. Pearl, who was herself a wild flower, sprung from the hard clay, quick to blossom and early to die.
Where's your ma?
She's in there, dancing.
Like mother, like daughter. I'm commencing to think I like the daughter better.
Let go. You go away from here, I'll call my pa.
That renegade Creole squaw man? That's a rich one.
Just raise you 50, Mr. Chavez.
Would you mind?
Mind what?
That weed. I find it rather repulsive.
Pretty fancy gentleman, ain't you, Mr. Chavez?
He's not so fancy about his wife, if you ask me. Look at her.
Yes, gentlemen. But there are greater tragedies, but I'm sure you wouldn't understand.
me in the Presidio. I ain't never been in there.
And you never should be. What are you doing out here at this hour, anyway?
I was just dancing.
I've told your mother repeatedly that this street is no place for a girl your age.
I didn't mean no harm, Pa.
It's my fault, child, not yours. The sins of the fathers. Go home now, dear. I'll be back in a little while. I plead no mitigating circumstances. They deserve to die, as I deserve to die. For I long since killed a person much superior to either of them. Myself. I killed that person the day I gave my family's name to the woman who became my wife. And since I believe the punishment should fit the crime, I suggest that you hang me by the neck until I'm dead. It's from Laura Bell. Did I ever tell you about her, Pearl? She's my second cousin. Yes, Laura Bell is my second cousin, but she was more than that to me. You see, once upon a time, in a different age, and oh, such a different world, I was in love. I am wonderful to believe the lady was in love with me. No, you mustn't look at me as though that were impossible. I was quite good looking in my day and very dashing. Perhaps a bit too dashing. And that's why this very wonderful girl, who might have been your mother, decided on security and gave herself in wedlock to a wealthy Yankee.
Better make it fast, Chavez. You only got 5 minutes left.
No! No! They can't. I won't let him.
Better that it end, Pearl. Really it is. Your mother and I can't hurt you any longer. Laura Bell wants my little girl to go to her. Yes, just a few more weeks, and at last you'll have the home. The mother you should have had.
Oh, no. No, you mustn't leave me. You must.
You've been a good child, Pearl. Through some miracle, you're good, and you're decent, and you're strong. Now you must prove that you are strong. You will do that for me, won't you, darling? No tears, no grief. Now or later. Here, keep this scarf. Wear it sometimes.
Get her out of here, Chavez.
Listen to me, darling. We've very little time. I want you to lean on Laura Bell. Make her your inspiration and your guide. And then one day you'll be the great lady I've always wanted you to be. Promise me that.
I promise.
Cross your heart.
Cross my heart.
She'll love you, I know she will. And you must give her all the love you've had for me. Smile for me, Pearl. No. Head high. Strong. Very strong. All threats of hell and hopes of paradise. One thing at least is certain. This life flies. One thing is certain and the rest is lies. The flower that once is blown forever dies.
Ready, Chavez?
Quite ready, Sheriff.
beg your pardon. You can't be. What's your name?
None of your business.
Sorry. I really am sorry. I wonder if I could.
I don't talk to no strangers.
That's a good rule. Generally, I grant you, but, well, in this case, it... Oh, come on. Won't you answer just one question?
Well, what is it?
Did you see a little southern tot on the Guadalupe coach?
No.
Are you sure she was traveling alone?
You said one question.
I know, but it doesn't seem unreasonable if you...
Now you go away and leave me alone. I know all about men like you.
Well, good morning. Why couldn't they have been a little more explicit about just which coach they were sending her on?
Don't worry, Jesse. I'll drive her out the ranch whenever she shows up.
Thanks, Lem. You can't miss her. She's one of those well-brought-up southern children. Probably be hungry and crying her eyes out.
Well, I'll give her some milk and blow her nose for her.
Thanks again, Lem. And, so long.
Go on, Jesse. Hey, give my regards to the old man.
I will.
Say hello to Laura Bell for me.
Wait! Wait! Do you know somebody named Laura Bell? I said, do you know somebody named Laura Bell?
None of your business.
It is my business.
I don't talk to no strangers.
You can answer one question, can't you? That won't hurt you none.
All right, one question, but remember, just one. I know all about girls like you.
Don't you dare say that.
Girl.
How'd you know my name?
If you hadn't been so uppity, I'd have known who you were a long time ago. Now, come on, get in.
Who are you?
And my mother couldn't come to meet you, so I came in her place. I'm Laura Bell's son. The older one, Jesse. There.
Oh.
Pearl, I'm sorry about not recognizing you. I guess your clothes sort of fooled me. Well, don't misunderstand me. I think they're beautiful.
You do?
Yes, very unusual. But you know, Pearl, I think I'd like to see you in brighter colors.
Like green? I have a green blouse.
Green, blue, yellow, maybe?
Yellow? I have a real pretty yellow one right here. I'll put it on now.
Oh, no, not now, Pearl. Save it for tomorrow. Hmm?
Oh.
Here's where the ranch starts. There's the marker. Spanish bit. 1,000,000 acres of McCandless Empire.
Empire? Isn't this still Texas?
Yes, but the senator doesn't always acknowledge that. Look. He puts a seal of ownership on everything. It's on the sons, too, I suppose. In fact, I'm sure my brother Lute and I are the senator's favorite property.
Is your brother as nice as you are?
Girls in town think he's nicer.
Hi, Jesse. Howdy, Jake. Hi,
Is that your house?
That is the residence of Jackson Tilt McCandless and family. Now on to the fortress. And happiness, Pearl. Here you are, prettiest girl ever to set foot on Spanish bit.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm so glad you've come to us, darling. Here, let me look at you. Yes, you're Scott's daughter. And now you're ours.
You're just like he said.
I'm afraid I'm somewhat different than he remembered. But come, dear. Did you take good care of her, Jesse?
Well, it showed all the points of interest.
Oh, he did.
He's nice. I think so, too.
Oh, you Southern belles are all alike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where in holleration you been all day?
Just went down to Paradise Flats.
Senator, this is Pearl.
Huh? Who?
Pearl Chavez, our cousin. You remember? We invited her to come and stay with us.
Don't be scared, Pearl. You're not a trespasser.
She's no cousin of mine. She's Scott Chevet's daughter, ain't she?
Yes, of course she is.
Well, why don't you say so? Girl, what are you doing in that get-up? Is that the latest fashion with them aristocratic cousins of yours? Or is it what they're wearing this season in wigwams? Come on, boy, we got talk business.
See you later, Pearl.
Come, dear, I'll take you to your room.
He don't want me here.
Oh, you mustn't mind the senator. He doesn't mean anything by it. It's his way ever since his accident.
Accident?
It's a long story, and I'm afraid not a very pleasant one. I wish we had a better room for you, but later on we'll speak to the senator. Newton, dear! This is Pearl, my younger son, Newton.
Pleased to meet you, Luton.
Pleased to meet you, Pearl.
Come, Pearl. You and Newton will have plenty of time later on to get to know one another.
I'm sure we will. Yay. Oh.
Songs of the rude world heard in the day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee with
Where'll I put your medicine, Miss McCandless?
Leave it on the table.
Miss McCandless, can I get married?
But Vashti, whom do you want to marry?
Oh, nobody in particular, ma'am. I just thought I'd kind of like to get married.
Well, of course, Vashti. You may marry whenever you wish.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Do you know anybody would be nice for me to marry?
No, I don't, Vashti, but I'll think about it.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Ain't no particular hurry.
Oh, Vashti, I'm afraid I'll never be able to train her properly. And as to marriage, oh. Sit down, Pearl. I'm glad your father sent you to me. All you have to do is behave like a lady. Oh, not that Scott Chevet's daughter could ever be anything but a lady.
I'm a good girl, ma'am.
Of course you are, dear. But, well, you see, you'll be the only young girl at Spanish Bit. And no one could blame you if your head were turned a little. Now, you take Luton, for instance. He's such an attractive boy.
I think Jesse's much nicer.
But you scarcely know Luton. Of course, he's a bit undisciplined, but perhaps that's what gives Westerners their charm. The senator was like that. That's why when your father... Oh, Jesse always chides me for talking about the past.
I hope Jesse likes me.
We're going to lose him someday. I've known that ever since he came back from law school. Oh, I've been so selfish. Why, he'd have gone long ago if it weren't for me. My firstborn. He's so good. He's made such a difference in my life.
Ma'am.
Yes, Belle?
I'll be a good girl, ma'am. I promise I will. I want to be like you. That's what my father wanted.
I'm afraid neither your father nor I found happiness, child. I hope you will. Oh, come, child. This is no way to begin. Look, do you know this waltz?
Will you stop that infernal instrument?
Kick me, Senator.
I always figured when I moved into my own quarters I'd be rid of that noise.
Well, I guess that's it, Senator. I think I'll take me a little stroll.
Now we got that papoose to put up with.
Oh, I don't know. She looks like a pretty cute tamale to me.
You think so? Wouldn't appeal to me none. Of course, I always liked my women more,
Say, Senator.
Yeah, Lute?
You know that last trip I took up to Abilene?
Yeah.
Well, I was driving a herd all day, kind of tired, and felt like getting some relaxation, and...
Yeah. Didn't happen to drop into a place called The Last Chance, did you?
Oh, how'd you find that out?
Sent him a check for $1,600 just yesterday. That's how I found out.
I guess I had a few drinks too many, Senator.
It's all right, Lute. Fella's got to sow some wild oats sometime. What's the money for?
Senator, I hope someday I'll be like you.
You know, Lute, the only thing I don't like about you is the miserable way you play poker. Trying to fill inside straights is a sucker's game. Go on, boy. Go on. Run along. What a boy. Well, how'd they come to name you Pearl?
I don't know, sir.
Couldn't have had much eye for color, could they? They might better call you Pocahontas or Minnie Haw Haw. Ain't that right?
I guess so.
All right, Minnie, on your way.
Good night, sir.
Minnie. Haw Haw. Haw Haw.
Hello, Pearl. Well, what's the matter? You unhappy? Don't you like Spanish bit?
No. If everybody was like you.
If everybody was like me, the world would be a terribly frustrated sort of place.
What do you mean, Jesse?
Oh, nothing for you to worry your pretty little head about.
I want to learn, Jesse. Will you learn me? Your ma says you're a lawyer. I want to be a lady and know everything like her.
I wonder if learning ever made Mother into happier.
I wish I could do that. Make rings like that. Can I try? Let me try.
No, Pearl, now, whoa. Ladies aren't supposed to smoke.
Oh. Now you won't want to learn me things, will you? You don't like me no more, do you?
Oh, of course I do. I'm afraid a lot of men will want to learn you things. I think you'd better go to bed. Like a good little girl. We'll discuss your education another time.
All right.
Night, Pearl.
Good night, Jesse. Good night. What do you want? I hate you. I hate you.
Now, don't you pretend nobody ever did that before.
They didn't. Nobody did. Nobody's going to. You're leaving that alone.
Woo-hoo! I reckon he must be the white half. Oh, I forgot to say goodnight, ma'am.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. That ain't no ham, Miss Pearl. That's a pea.
Same thing.
But Miss McCandless, she's very particular, and she don't want no big pig listed like no little ham.
Here, maybe you better make the list, Vashti.
Oh, no, ma'am, I can't ride. Why, Miss McCandless says to me once, Vashti, can you ride? And I says, Miss McCandless... Miss McCandless says to me once, Vashti, can you ride? And I says, Miss McCandless, you know...
Vashti!
Miss McCandless says...
Vashti!
That's Mr. Lute. I think he wants to see me.
Vashti, where are you?
I'm scared of that Mr. Lute. He says to me once, Vashti, you're empty-headed.
Vashti, tell Miss Pearl to come out here.
Miss Pearl?
I heard him. Tell him I'm busy.
Why don't you tell him, and I'll just run along up to the house.
All right. I'll tell him. What do you want?
Thought you might like to see some tricks. Watch this. That's a good boy.
Hey, Lute.
What do you want?
Thought you're supposed to be on the roundup today.
And suppose you tend to your mortgages and stop sticking your nose in my business.
Just as one civilized man to another, if that isn't insulting you, I have a little suggestion to make.
All right, let's have it.
Why don't you leave this one alone? She may do very nicely if given half a chance.
What's the matter, Judge? You got her earmarked for yourself? Hey, Pearl! Come on, guys, push! Whoa! Give me a good push. Whoa, boy. I want you to meet a lady. Now bow for the lady, Dice.
He's right smart.
Oh, what do you think of my new girl, Dice? No? Well, maybe not.
Did you teach him all that?
All that and lots more. He'll turn in a dime and give you change. You want to try him?
Me ride him? Or you just having fun with me?
Oh, can't you ride bareback?
Of course I can.
Well, let me see you.
Well, I could show you. But I got work to do.
Well, of course, if you don't dare, I don't give a doggone.
Lou,
Yeah,
get off him.
sure enough. He won't throw you. He's smooth as cream. Come on. Now get. Open the gate! Pearl! Pearl! You all right, Pearl? That was a fool thing to say. You never rode bareback before in your life.
I never said I had.
She hurt, Lute? No, get out of here.
Can we do anything?
Go on, mosey, will you?
Surely.
Well, you got gumption, Pearl, but you ain't got no sense.
If you'd only let me start him right instead of scaring him that way.
It wasn't him that was scared.
He won't throw me next time, I think he
You
won't.
better stick to buggy riding. Maybe him and me ain't your style.
Ain't no maybe about you. Lute, I wish you'd let me ride him some more.
Why, sure. How'd you like me to give him to you?
You mean for keeps? You're not just teasing?
No. I guess you'd rather have Jesse pick you out a riding horse, even if you don't know the difference between a Pinot and a strawberry roan.
No, I like this one. You like me, don't you, honey? You won't throw me no more.
All right. He's yours. Hey, Pearl, let's you and me ride down to the sump after supper, huh?
Where's that?
Shady place over by Hidden Canyon. The water's good and deep now, almost over your head.
You mean go swimming? Together?
I'll bring along my guitar, play us some music.
You got a nerve.
The moon will be pretty near full.
You didn't buy me, just giving me a horse.
I'll be waiting for you after supper out by the bell.
I won't go. I
won't. Listen to this for poppycock. And the benefits to be derived by the small ranches from the new railroad are too numerous to need recounting here. Small ranches, ignorant nesters spoiling the open range with their measly fences. And say, Jesse, I should have told you before, them surveyors had the gall to come traipsing over Spanish Bit with them infernal spyglasses of theirs. I almost fired that new foreman, Ken, for letting them on the place.
Shouldn't have done that, Senator.
Why not?
Because it wasn't Ken who let them on the place.
Nobody else would have had the nerve.
I was the one who told them they could do it.
You gone plumb crazy?
I don't think so. I thought it might be a good idea to cooperate and have the tracks where they do the most good.
Good? What do you mean, good?
It's getting rather cool, don't you think?
Well, for one thing, the railroad will bring new people, schools. Paradise Flats will become a real town instead of...
And that same railway will ship a lot of immigrants from up north down here, and they'll start in voting and putting in taxes.
Look, Senator, it's your ranch. I was just trying to be helpful.
Hey, Jesse. Spanish Bit's going to belong to you someday. You and Lute. So I don't see why you don't...
Senator, I know you mean well for me. You've always been generous to us. Maybe Lute and I'd be closer to what you wanted us to be if you hadn't been so generous.
Lute? What's wrong with Lute?
Nothing at all that you'd object to. That's not the point. I'm the one who's the maverick.
Jesse, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'd like one McCandless to give something to this state, not just take from it. Good night, sir.
Your son, ma'am?
Yes, Senator.
Who's there?
Is that you, Jesse?
Hello, Pearl. It's a nice night. Want to take a little walk?
It's kind of late. I think I'd better go to bed.
Well, where were you going when I...
Somebody to love.
Oh, I guess that's Lute.
It certainly is, Lou. He's the best serenader this side of the Rio Grande.
I don't care if he is. Him and his old guitar. Just because he gave me a horse. I know why, too. He can't fool me none.
Well, then, that's a horse on Lute, isn't it? Hmm?
I didn't really want to meet him, Jesse. Honest, I didn't. It was just that I was kind of lonesome and... Do you still want me to take that walk with you?
Uh-huh. I don't know why not. Lute can supply the charming musical background.
Gotta get me somebody to love.
Well, I'll be...
Thanks, Lute. You're better wrangler than
out to pasture?
Sure, Loot. Yeah, it's hotter than a stove lid. Sure wish we was over at the sump right now. Well, somebody else figures the same way, I reckon. Looks like she's heading for a cool-off.
I'll see you later, Sid.
Where you going, boss?
I got business.
Lucky stiff. Wished I was a McCandless.
Good afternoon, Pearl. How's that water? As cool as it looks?
You go away from here, Luke McCandless.
Care for a swimming lesson?
No.
What if I just stay around, keep you company?
Don't you dare.
I'm sorry, honey, I can't hear a word you say. Move over.
You can't come in here.
Just act like I'm not even here. Act like we never even met. You disappointed?
Oh, if you ain't the lowest, dirtiest, meanest...
Come on out, I ain't stopping you.
I can't with you there.
Wait till it's plumb dark for all I care.
Let go. Let me down. Making me late for supper just to be mean. What do your ma think?
You hadn't been so doggone scared I'd see something, you'd have been home a long time ago. Little tiger cat.
Evening, Pearl. Have a good swim?
Let me through. Am I too late for supper? I mean, is everybody finished? Did Miss McCandless say anything?
Oh, yes, ma'am. She says, where's Miss Pearl? And I say, I don't know, Miss McCandless. And she said, where's Mr. Luton? And I said, I don't know, ma'am. And she said, well, where...
Pearl, dear. I was so worried about you.
Sorry, ma'am.
What happened?
I went riding.
With Luton? Vashti, get Miss Pearl some supper.
Yes, ma'am. The senator's got rules about supper. He says to me, don't you ever...
Vashti.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go riding with Luton?
No, ma'am. I didn't go riding with Luton.
He wasn't here for supper either.
He's coming.
But he wasn't with you?
We just happened to meet up.
I see. But why is your hair wet, Pearl?
Well, I was down to the sump.
You went in swimming?
Yes, ma'am.
With Luton?
No, ma'am. I didn't, ma'am. Honest, I didn't. I didn't, ma'am.
All right, Pearl.
Evening, Ma.
Good evening, Luton.
Sorry to be late. We were down to the sump. I think I'll take a ride over to El Paso tomorrow. Get me a little fun and relaxation. Anything I can bring you, Ma?
No, thank you, Luton.
Pearl, I think I'll try to get you one of them newfangled bathing suits. She swims real well, Ma. Where'd you learn, Pearl?
Oh, my dear.
You varmint.
What you getting your bristles up about, Pearl? Yee!
Miss Pearl, wake up.
What is it? What's the matter?
Well,
What time is it?
well, it must have been about 9 o'clock when Miss McCandless says to me, Vashti, when Mr. Jubal Crabby gets here.
Oh, Vashti, what is it? Who's Mr. Krabby? Why did you wake me up?
Oh, I most forgot. Miss McCandless wants to see you up in her sitting room. Maybe you better hurry. She's been a-waiting. I didn't know where you was, so I said I'd go see Mr. Luton. And he said...
Oh, Vashti, why are you so slow?
I don't rightly know, Miss Pearl, except I always have so much to remember.
This is the child, Jubal. Of course, she isn't dressed quite properly, but close the door, Pearl. This is Mr. Krabby. We have no minister in these parts, but Mr. Krabby...
Man doesn't have to wear the cloth to be a sin killer, Laura Bell.
Oh, I know that, Jubal. That's why I was so anxious to have you talk to the child.
Come here, girl. Call her a child, Laura Bell? Under that heathen blanket, there's a full-blossom woman built by the devil to drive men crazy.
Oh, Jubal, you mustn't frighten her. I'm sure she only needs a little guidance.
Guidance she needs and guidance she'll get her. I ain't been the sin killer from here to El Paso for 30 years. Sit down, girl. Pearl, you could be a woman of sin or a woman of God. Which is it to be?
I want to be a good girl.
And remember that the devil's always able to hog-tie you. Sometimes he comes ghosting over the plains in the shape of a sneaking rustler, and sometimes, begging your pardon, Laura Bell, he stakes out in the homes of the worthy and the God-fearing. Pearl, you're curved in the flesh of temptation. Resistance going to be a darn sight harder for you than for females protected by the shape of sows. Yes, sirree, Bob, you got to sweeten yourself with prayer. Pray till you sweat, and you'll save yourself eternal hellfire. You understand me, girl?
Yes, sir.
Then on your knees. Now I'm going to start you towards salvation. Oh, Lord, look upon this thy creature. She's a weak vessel and a pauper, as thou knowest, but she wants to be thy handmaiden. Give her the horse sense not to go wandering off in the tulies with worthless cowpokes. Amen.
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 Rise, girl. Here, I want you to take this. It's a hallowed medal, and a good one. I took it off a thieving card sharper, but first I stride him and send him to the pearly gates as nice and pretty as any from his own faith could have done. You wear it, girl.
Thank you, sir.
Part Injun, ain't you? Those ancestors of yours will be spinning like tops when they know you got this on. Just the same, it'll keep you sweet and clean as the first milking. Won't get you into heaven, but it'll comfort you on the way there. That is, if you use it right. Say, Laura Bell, don't you think we ought to be saying a few words of prayer for them worthless cowpokes? I got a feeling they'll be needing consolation. On your knees again, girl. Oh, Lord, have mercy on all men, young and old alike, who gaze upon this, thy regained servant. Amen.
Senator! Where's the senator? Hey, Sid, what's up? Senator McCandless.
What's the stampede?
Senator, there's a great big railway gang down close to the east fence.
How close?
They say they're coming across Spanish Bit Line this afternoon. What'll we do, Senator?
Get a hold of Lute and Jesse.
Well, Lute's not back from El Paso.
Holleration. Well, I guess Jess and me can handle it all right. Sid?
Yes, Senator.
Listen carefully now. Sound every bell from here to Blue Hills Ranch. I want every wrangler, every cowhand, every man and boy on Spanish Bit down there at the east fence. And I want them there fast.
Yes, sir.
And Sid.
Yes, sir?
I want them there armed.
You betcha.
You don't like it. You told me we were legally in the clear, didn't you?
Yeah, and I know you asked the Army for help, too. And I hope they don't come. And I hope we don't need them.
What do you mean?
I mean Jackson McCandless don't scare so easy. We roamed the plains together. We fought at Vicksburg together. And if he gives up in this fight, he ain't the man I've known for 50 years.
I wish you wouldn't try to ride, Father.
You think I'm going to sit in this house like some old woman? Lift me on that horse. If they want war, they can have it. Ken?
Yes?
Strap me on here. Come on! Spanish bit with lead. Now, if there's any yellow bellies among you, get out now. Are you with me? All right, then. Spread out in the line from the West Market to Pinto Point. Come on!
Kind of thought he wouldn't take this lying down.
Looks like they mean business.
Smoke! Lem Smoot, I thought you had more sense than this.
Yeah? Since when did you ever know me to dodge a fight? You know I'm lawyer for the railroad and...
Never mind that stuff. Who's the dude?
Oh, Langford is a high mucky-muck on the railway.
Heard a lot about you, Senator. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Can't say the same, thank you kindly. You better tell those hired thieves of yours to pick up their tools. And fast, if you know what's good for you.
We have the law on
Now,
our
look
side.
ahead, Jackson. If you'd have come into court when I asked you to, this land might not have been...
Never mind that fancy legal talk. There's my law, right there.
Have you a copy of the writ, Reader Smoot?
Now, what's the sense?
All right, you are a lawyer, aren't you? I'll read it to him.
Save your breath.
From the people of the sovereign state of Texas, to Jackson Tilt McCandless, greetings.
Greetings. Now, ain't that nice?
Jackson, you and I fought to build this state of Texas, and I aim to see these men perform their duties peacefully and as authorized.
Is that so? Well, I'm going to shoot any trespasser that comes on my property. If you don't like that, Lem Smoot, you can lump it. You and the state of Texas.
Just a minute, sir. I'll speak to you privately.
Say what you got to say right here. Right here and now.
I'm sorry, Father, but I'm afraid you're in the wrong.
I ain't aiming to let you settle that.
You mean to shoot down unarmed men?
Just like they was rattlesnakes if they cross this line.
Well, in that case, Senator, give me a pair of wire cutters.
Ferguson.
So that's where you stand.
Think I'd rather be on the side of the victims than of the murderers.
Jesse, I'm warning you. We're going to fire on those coolies the moment you cut those wires.
Their blood will be on your hands.
Jesse, I'm asking you for the last time.
Thank God.
I once fought for that flag. I'll not fire on it. Sid, tell those men to get back to their work.
Yes, sir.
Father,
Get out of my sight and stay away from Spanish Bit as long as I live.
General, hey,
Are you all right, Father?
They may be, you Judas.
Wars left, column left. Gallop. Hello. Hiya. Ashton.
Afternoon, Mr. Luton.
Where the devil is everybody? Place is deserted.
I don't rightly know something that the senator went riding.
Senator went riding. You must be going out of your mind.
No, sir. He went riding with lots and lots of other men. And I heard they're having a kind of a meeting.
What kind of a meeting?
I don't rightly know, but I said to Miss McCandless, Miss McCandless, where all those men are going? And she said,
Never mind, Ashton.
well, she did say, Vashti, go right on about your business. Right on about your business.
I guess this means goodbye for a while. Now, don't you cry. I'll be back before long. He'll get over it when the railroad comes through.
I always knew you'd have to leave someday. But now that it's come, I just can't bear it.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. I'll get a place in Austin. You can come visit me. If you're a good girl, I might even take you on a little trip to New Orleans.
No, he'd never forgive me. I'll never see you again. Never. I know it. Why, he said he'd shoot you if you ever stepped foot up.
Look, Mother, one McCandless can be just as tough as another. Gotta go to him now.
But you won't go yet a while, Jesse.
No, I'll just pack my things and say goodbye to Pearl.
Pearl? Pearl, are you there?
Jesse, go away, please.
Well, what you scared of, Pearl, honey? Come on in, Jesse. Thanks for knocking, Jesse. I didn't used to think there was much to all those fancy manners of yours. I guess I was wrong.
Jesse. Jesse.
Forgive me for intruding, Pearl. You too, Lute. Goodbye, Pearl.
Jesse! Jesse! Wait a minute, please.
It's all
I didn't
right,
mean to...
Pearl. I understand perfectly.
No, no, you don't. You don't. Where are you going?
Going to Austin.
You're going to be gone long?
Quite long, I'm afraid.
It isn't because of...
Oh, no, bless your heart. I'm leaving by request, the senator's request.
Going away, Jesse?
Uh-huh. Your dreams come true. I'm going away.
It's gonna seem kind of lonely around here without the judge, ain't it, Pearl?
Yes, it is.
Don't see how we'll know when we're doing right, when we're doing wrong.
Lute, you surprised me. First time I knew you were interested in ethics.
Well, I'm sure you folks will excuse me. You must have a lot of things you want to talk over. Nights alone, oh, so long.
Oh, Jesse, it is going to be lonesome without you. I just don't know how I can stand it.
You seem to be doing all right. I'm sorry, that was mean of me.
I couldn't help it, Jesse. You just can't go away, believe it. I tried hard, honest I did.
I know. It's hard to resist.
Oh, no, I hate him. I know what you're thinking. I guess I'm just trash. Like my mom.
Pearl, you mustn't believe that. It was Lute's fault. You needed some help.
Oh, I did. I needed you to help me.
Might as well say it. I loved you. Somehow you touched me.
You love me?
Thought of what you'd be like when you grew up a little.
Oh, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me, Jesse?
I didn't think it'd be fair to tell you. I was a fool. I came to your room to say goodbye, to tell you that someday I'd be back for you. That I'd think about you and that I'd write. I'll write to you, Pearl.
You will, Jesse, you will.
If you need me, I'll come back. Senator or no senator.
And you'll forget about tonight, won't you? You'll forget it.
No, I don't think I'll forget. I don't think I'll ever be able to. I shouldn't have told you the way I felt. It wasn't fair. There I go again. Trying to be fair.
Trash. Trash, 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 trash.
I hear you turned out to be a prize yellow dog down at the fence line.
Should have done that to you years ago.
Nights are long, oh, so long on the prairie. Gotta get me somebody to
Dirty scum. Oh, Jesse.
All right, Jesse. You said you'd never forget.
This the other one you meant, Lute?
You don't like this, but you're gonna give it right over the head if you don't settle down.
What's the matter, Sid? You having trouble?
Back, killer, back!
Here, Abe.
Don't pick up that holder, Lute. He'll charge you.
You're scared of him, Sid, and he knows it. Never run from him. Stand your ground. Come on, boy. I got a nice leather bonnet for you. Easy, boy.
Be careful, Lute.
He's just plumb crazy.
Don't you worry none about him.
Look out! Watch his feet, Lute.
He's got his ear. Ear him down, Lute. Stick him deep. That'll stop him. You got him, Lute.
Nobody could have done it but you.
That's all there is to it, Sid. Just don't let him bluff you. You see, there ain't nothing to handling stallions. Just takes a little know-how.
He's sure got nerve.
Get away, Ed. You're the boss.
Lute,
What?
you don't have to stay around here anymore, do you?
Don't never have to do nothing. Stay around here because I like it. Bet you can hit that ding-dong straight off.
Who cares?
Hey, Luke, what's up?
Nothing, Ken, just practicing. Can you shoot?
Sure, it's easy.
That's what you said about bareback riding.
All right, I'll show you.
Better not try it. You might hit Ken. Or the mare, more likely. Sure is doggone hot.
Sure is. You know what I'd like to do?
What?
I'd like to take a swim.
You mean it?
Sure, I mean it. Let's go to the Saint-Cloud.
I don't mind if I do.
Am I your girl, Lute?
Of course you're my girl.
Then we can be married, can't we?
I guess so.
No, if I'm not good enough to marry, I'm not good enough to kiss.
Come here, you bobtail little tree cat. We're bespooking, ain't we?
Wouldn't do no harm to tell folks, would it?
Sure we'll tell them.
Can we tell him soon, Lute? Can we tell him Saturday at the barbecue?
Sure we can. Why not? Hey, what you got here?
Something the sin killer gave me. He said it'd keep me sweet and clean as her first milk.
Who cares about milking? I don't want no milkmaid.
Don't you get awful tired eating just beef? Wish we could get an 80-hour week.
Yeah, me too. Kind of miss Jesse around here, don't you? Jesse? Better not mention his name on Spanish Bit. Can't get over Lem Smoot joining those railroad people. I always say if you can't whip them, join them. Never saw so many crows around here before in all my life. Wish they'd learn to grow corn without husk.
Wouldn't surprise me none if that Indian girl did not massacre the whole darn lot of them.
When I'm married, I'm gonna have lots and lots of parties. But who'll do all the work when I gives my party?
Likes fishing, Bedlight does dancing.
You never go fishing.
And never goes dancing neither.
The gals the center, ring to the left, the boys take hands and go to the right. Weave a basket, circle left. Now we'll weave that basket the other way.
Senator, they appreciate it very much. I try to show my people a good time, eh, Root?
That's your boot, Senator.
Now Birdie in the center and 7 hands around. Bird hop out and the crow hop in. She round the she and the he round the he. The he round the she and the she round the he. 4 hands up and here we go. Hurry up, boys, and don't be slow. You'll never kiss your uncle if you don't do so.
Look!
Well, dear, I've been looking all over for you. You should be downstairs. It's very rude, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was fixing my hair the way you told me to. Do I look all right, ma'am?
You're the prettiest girl at the party. Here, dear, wear this.
Oh, you're so kind to me. This dress and everything.
Come, dear.
Oh, ma'am, what's the matter?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Balance your partners and 2 ladies cross. You cross to that cowboy so true.
I sure love being here, Mr. McCandless.
There he is. Loot.
Till your true love comes.
Call me, Senator?
Yeah, wheel me in there. Come on, boy, come on, come on.
Something wrong, Senator?
Close the door. This is where that squaw lives, huh? Scotch Chevy.
I've been meaning to speak to you, Senator. I think we ought to kind of fix it up.
Good for her, if you ask me.
Oh, she's all right, Senator.
She's all right, huh? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Lou. I've been watching you, making calves' eyes at that half-breed. You lost your mind.
Oh, I don't understand you, Paul. You want me to have a good time, don't you?
Sure. Is that all you got in mind?
Of course.
No, he's been working 30 years on this place to turn it into no Indian reservation, you know.
Now, Paul, you know me better than that.
Is that right, son?
Yeah, sure.
You had me worried for a time. Well, shove me out of here, all right?
Yes, Laura Bell, a little relaxation is mighty pleasant after a man's been chasing Satan all the way from here to Austin. Yes, sir, Bob.
You've been to Austin, Jubal? Did you hear anything of Jesse?
I heard plenty. Enough to warm the cockles of your gentle heart. You know what they're saying? He'll be governor of the whole darn state before he's ready to meet his maker.
I knew it. Oh, do you think it's true?
Well, judging from the fancy office he's got already, it's true. There's a roll top desk and a gold spittoon you couldn't miss if you aimed from here.
I hope he isn't working too hard.
Well, now, I shouldn't fret too much about that. Not while old man Langford's daughter is sweet and pretty as the sunrise on the mesa, I wouldn't.
Yes, he wrote me about it. He says she's a lovely girl.
Well, if wedlock's his aim, he couldn't shoot at a neater target.
What you looking so sad about? Pearl, this is a party. Come on, let's show these cow folks a thing or two about dancing.
Darryl, where's that medal I gave you?
Why?
She loaned it to me. I'm trying to get one just like it made for myself.
Good, good.
Put your little foot, put your little foot, put your little foot just so. Put your little foot, put your little foot, put your little foot just so. Take a step to the side, take a step to...
Come on, honey, don't let them yokels laugh at you.
But, Lute, I don't know how.
It's easy. Just follow me. Now you're doing it.
Won't they be surprised when they hear about us?
When they hear what about us?
That we're bespoken, of course.
Oh, that.
But that's what you said. You said we'd tell them tonight.
Just when everything's going good, you gotta go and start all that again.
Either you tell people we're bespoken, or I will.
I want to tell you something, Luke McCandless. You don't fool me none no more.
You stop poking up and vexing me. I don't know how a man stands it the way you go on.
You think you don't have to marry me. Well, maybe you don't. And you don't have to go on lying to me no more, neither. I made up my mind.
Yeah, you made up your mind about what?
Just like I said. If you won't marry me, I'll get out. I'll go away fast as I can.
You can go and keep going for all I care. Go find yourself somebody else to pester.
But Luke, don't you
No
care?
woman can tie on to me like that. Least of all, a bobtail little half-breed like you.
All right, Luke. Thanks for letting me know how you think about me.
El Paso and Amarillo ain't no different than Sodom and Gomorrah. On a smaller scale, of course, but what in Beelzebub's name do you call that?
I wasn't having a very good time at the party, neither.
I was just kind of tired. Who are you?
I'm the new straw boss around here. Name's Pierce. Sam, my friend. Mind if I sit down?
You want it?
Must be plenty tiring on a person, all that dancing.
Don't you dance?
No, ma'am. Somehow I never got the chance to learn.
You oughta. It's fun.
Lots of folks seem to think so.
How'd you like to learn tonight?
What do you mean? You'd teach me?
I ain't so good at them fancy dances myself, but we could learn together if you wanted.
What, be right on it?
Well, then come on. Come on.
The next dance will be ladies' choice. The ladies choose the gents. Gents line up over on this side, ladies over yonder. Now, ladies, this is your big chance, and don't be afraid to go after the true love of your choice.
I'd rather play me some poker. Females shouldn't be allowed no choice. It ain't decent.
I'll bet you 6 bits that fat one grabs me.
Now, you leave Jake alone. You had him all evening. Why, I've all the nerve.
When I stomp my heel 3 times, run for the gent of your choice. Ready, 1, 2, scat!
Well, I want you to get acquainted with Little Luke. The longest-legged critter this side of the main house.
Oh, Sam, he's so cute. A lot cuter than Big Luke. Oh, he feels like silk.
There you are, Ma. Want to see the others, Pearl?
Oh, yes. And I'm going to help you take care of them, too.
Sure you are.
Ain't they wonderful, these babies? Any kind of baby.
They sure are. I remember reading something once when I was a kid.
What?
Ah, no, you'd think I was silly. Big galoot like me spouting poetry.
Oh, no, Sam, please. I'm going to sit right here until you tell me.
Well, it goes something like this. For everything created in the bounds of earth and sky has such longing to be mated, it must couple or must die.
That's the best poem I ever heard.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
You married, Sam?
Nope. Never run across anybody I wanted to marry. Besides, I never got up nerve enough to ask anybody.
I guess you must be getting pretty old.
Yep, old enough to be your father. And then some. Why?
Oh, nothing. Oh, I guess just the same, there are plenty of women that'd marry you anyway. Well, I better be getting home. Miss McCandless is kind of ailing.
Well, you wouldn't marry me, would you?
What'd you say?
I said, would you marry me?
Sam!
Now, don't get mad, please. First time in my life I got up some nerve. How could a big galoot
Oh, don't say that. You don't know about me. If you did, you wouldn't ask.
You mean about loot?
So you know about me and Lou, too. Yeah, I guess ain't nobody don't know.
Pearl, I've knocked around plenty.
I'm trash, I tell you, trash.
Don't go telling me that. I'd kill the first man who said anything like that.
But I don't love you, Sam. Don't that matter?
You've only known me a little while, Pearl. I know I'm not something girls dream about like the McCandlesses. I'm not rich like them.
What ain't that, Sam?
But I'd love you and I'd take care of you. I got a little money saved. Get a little ranch of our own, maybe. Won't you even think about it, honey? Please, honey.
Don't you call me honey. Luke called me that. You're all alike. Coming?
I hope I didn't say nothing to hurt your feelings, Sam.
That's all right, Pearl.
Sam, I'll marry you if you still want me to.
You mean it?
I declare I never saw so many cows before in all my life.
I'm afraid they're not all cows, Sally. Sometimes, my dear, I think that I didn't bring you up properly.
Right, I understand. All I need is a hand.
Say,
Spanish Bit.
I thought your father's ranch was hundreds of miles from here.
See, there's the brand. They're on the way to market. Sid.
Well, it ain't the big railroad man.
How's everything at the Bit?
Along just fine since you left, Mr. McCandless.
Same old Sid.
I'll be inside, darling. Come, Father.
Hey, that Langford's daughter, heard you were kind of sweet on her.
Yes, that's Miss Langford.
Pretty, ain't she? We could use a few like her around the ranch, especially now that Pearl's going, maybe.
What do you mean?
Darndest thing you ever heard. She's getting married. Can you imagine anybody marrying Pearl?
She marrying Lute?
Lute? What with Lute? Nah. She's marrying Sam Pierce.
Pearl ought to be very happy with Sam.
She ain't marrying him yet. She ain't marrying nobody. Till Lute decides to give the bride away. So long, Judas.
Can't say I like your Spanish Bit people very much, if he's any criterion. Darling, I've been thinking, why couldn't there be a spur track right on Spanish Bit? Then they could just ship the cattle instead of driving them all that distance. You're not even listening to me, darling.
Well, certainly I am. You were saying, well, you were asking, what were you saying?
I was trying to prove what a helpful wife I'm going to be.
Give me a kiss.
Jesse, I couldn't help overhearing.
What?
You liked that girl, didn't you? You still like her?
I'm sure I'll always be devoted to her. Hope you'll like her, too.
You were in love with her, weren't you?
Yes, I was in love with her. I said I was.
Jesse, Father.
Sometimes I think he didn't bring you up properly.
Hank, what were you worried about when I came out just now?
Worried? I was just wondering what my brother Lute might do.
Hey, Zeke, where's my peppermint and soda?
Coming up now. Here you named the day, Sam.
That's right. Ring just come on the last post.
Mighty pretty, yep. You sure are shot full of luck.
I'd like to stand the drinks for everybody. I'm getting married in the morning.
Save your money, Pierce. So you figure you got yourself a wife?
I don't figure. I know I have.
Think you can keep her?
Reckon as how I can.
Cattle rustlers and women rustlers. They'll both of them steal what's got another man's brand on it.
I don't think I like the way you're talking, McCandless. Maybe I didn't rightly understand you.
Yeah, you understand me all right. Pearl Chavez is my girl. And she'll always be my girl. Just as long as I want her to be.
From now on, you're going to respect Pearl's name, McCandless.
Well, if that ain't the best joke yet. He's defending a lady's name. My girl's name. Has anybody else around here got any fancy ideas about Pearl Chavez? Well, don't seem to be no taker.
I don't rightly know much about Sam Pierce, oh Lord. But from what I hear, he'll be needing no introduction to you. Seeing as how Sam was snatched from his loved one's arms before they even had time to get a good grip on him, I'm counting on you to give him a better break out yonder. Hey, you hatchet face! Are you so almighty hungry to hang one man that you can't wait till we get through planting this one? Now I'll be consigning him to your keeping. And I'm guessing you'll find him the gentlest, sweetest straw boss ever to enter the pearly gates. Amen. Start shoveling, cowpokes.
raised him wild. If he'd only gone to school like Jesse.
I thought I asked you never to mention Jesse's name again.
It's true. You spoiled Ute, and I let you. Ever since he was a child, he thought rules weren't made for him. He thought you made the rules. All of them. Not just those for Spanish Pit.
It's that Indian girl. If you hadn't brought her here, none of this would have happened.
Perhaps if your attitude toward it had been different.
Oh, it's my fault, huh? It's my fault. You dared to bring that Indian baggage right here into this house, and now you try to tell me you get her out of here. And what's more, get her out of here tonight.
You've screamed at me for the last time. You made one of your sons hate you and send him away. You made the other one a murderer. Pearl will stay here just as long as I do.
Here's the money, Lute. You better clear out of here until this thing blows over.
Thanks, Pa.
It's going to take plenty of fixing. So you better stay away from here until I send you the word. It'll take a year, maybe. Maybe more than that, even.
Sorry to cause you all this trouble, Pa. If you get me out of this one,
Never mind that. I ain't counting on no reformation. Go on, get going fast.
Goodbye, Pa. So long, Sid.
So long, Lute.
Lute, take care of yourself, son.
I will, Pa. Yay, Bo. Now, here's a chance to do something for Pa.
Come on, Sid, come on. You ain't got the mint on this game, you know.
Sorry, Senator.
Well, Sid, you certainly stuck your head in the noose that time.
Pearl, honey. Well, what you doing with that thing? There ain't nobody here but me.
I'm gonna kill you, Lute McCandless.
That wouldn't be a very ladylike thing to do, would it? After me riding 30 miles just for a kiss?
You're gonna get what you gave Sam Pierce.
That just goes to show you there ain't no gratitude for nothing. Why, if it wasn't for me, you'd be tied up with that broken-down cowhand right now. You might as well marry Paul.
Sam Pierce was a good man. And you're a scum.
All the ornery females. One minute you're yammering because I don't love you enough, and when I go out and show you how much I do, you're wanting to plug me. You're my girl, honey.
I was your girl.
Anybody who was my girl is still my girl. That's the kind of guy I am. You know, loyal.
Stay back.
Ain't nobody gonna take my girl. Nobody. Never. Say, little tidy cat. You know, just when I figure I'm doing fine and dandy, I start thinking about you. Start thinking about you and nothing else is any good.
What's going on around here? Come in.
Howdy, Zender. Sorry to be busting in on you like this.
Oh, that's all right, Sheriff. How's Trick? How's the law-breaking business?
Pretty quiet since Lute left.
Yeah, pretty dull without him around.
Ain't heard from him lately, have you, Zender?
Lute? Here. Have a bite.
So mind if I do. Wish I could afford this brand.
Yeah, the next batch you get, I'll send you some. No, I ain't heard a word from Lute since he was attacked by that no-account Sam Pierce.
How's your other son feel about it?
I ain't got no other son.
Funny thing. One of the boys thought he saw Lute heading up this way.
Lute? I wish it was so.
Mind if I have a look around, do you?
No, go ahead, Sheriff. You've got your duty to do. I'm sorry you're going to have your trouble for nothing.
I hear Miss McCandless's been feeling kind of poorly.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Just getting a little old, I guess.
You reckon the missus would mind if I kind of looked around her room?
No, why should she mind? Go ahead. See, it ain't you moved yet.
Come in.
Evening, ma'am.
Sheriff.
Sorry to disturb your privacy, ma'am, but...
Sheriff Thompson, what is it?
Why, it's really nothing, ma'am. One of the boys had a fool notion that Luke was around here.
I'm afraid if Luton were around, I'd be the last person to know it.
Sorry.
Oh, my sons. My sons.
Let's try this one.
Who's that?
Is that you, girl?
What do you want?
Me, Sheriff Thompson. Ain't seen Lute, have you?
Lute? That murdering, sneaking no-count? I wish I could see him.
I reckon you do, Pearl. I was forgetting about Sam Pierce. Sorry. Night, Pearl. See if they're hanging.
Shh. Poor old Mac. You don't know how close he came to getting plugged.
Be quiet, Luke. It ain't safe yet.
It ain't safe for them, you mean?
There they go now.
I think I'll light out for Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab me a ranch. It'll make this place look like a gopher hole.
It'd be like heaven being in Mexico together.
I'll show these heel squatters around here a thing or two about ranching.
You can do it, too. Lute.
Huh?
Go saddle my pinto
Huh? What for?
while I get ready.
Ready for what?
I'm going with you, of course. Hurry up, Lute.
You wouldn't like it down there, honey.
Sure I will. I'll be a big help to you, too. I can cook, and I can shoot as good as you, and I never get tired riding.
Ah, you try to stop me from doing things. Yammer about me maybe getting shot or start all over again about marrying
Oh,
or
no,
something.
no, Lute, I promise I won't never say another word about
You
marriage.
probably want to go with me every time I feel like going on a bus or playing me some poker.
I wouldn't, Lute, honest. Just so long as I could be near you.
Now, look, I'm going to live my own way. Nobody's going to hog tie me.
Lute, please, Lute.
I'll come back every once in a while and see you, like tonight.
I'll do anything you say, Lute,
Now,
anything.
look, honey, I love you. I'll see you every time I come back.
No, Lute, no, no.
Well, I'll send for you someday, honest.
I want to go with you, Lute. I gotta go with you.
Now, look, will you stop your yammering like an mosey?
You love me. You said you love me.
Let go!
Nobody else can have me because I'm yours. I don't want anybody else, Lute. I want you. I'm yours. Lute, nobody else can have me. You said nobody ever. Now take me with you, Lute. You gotta take me. Please, Lute, please, honey.
Shut up.
Lute, honey, please. No, Luke, no!
Begging your pardon, ma'am. I'd like to save all us boys at the bit is praying mighty hard. that
All
we
right,
get-
Kent, all right now. You just wait downstairs. I'll let you know when I need you.
Ken, will you thank the boys for me? Tell them it isn't quite as hard to go as they may think.
Oh, what are you talking that way for? Anybody'd think you was dying.
I'm a nuisance to you even to the end. It's the first time you've been in this room since that night.
Don't bring that up, Laura Bell.
I never had the courage to discuss it with you before, but it doesn't matter now. I've paid for my mistake. You've hated me all through the years.
You paid. What about me? With these legs, as useless as a hog-tied steer. And all because you couldn't stand to be mistress of the biggest ranch in Texas. And why? Huh? Why? I'll tell you why. Nobody needed to tell me who you was running away to that night. Nobody needed to tell me you was running to Chavez.
It's not true. It's not true. I was running away, but not to Scott. Not to Scott.
True or not, you left me. And true or not, I went after you. Like any lovesick, half-baked boy would do.
I'd give anything. Anything to undo it.
I loved you, Laura Bell. Yes, sir, I loved you. Kept on saying to myself all through the years that I hated you. Until finally I did hate you. In my heart, I knew all the time it wasn't your fault, though. It was my fault. It was my jealousy made me like I was. Hard and cruel like. Till I guess you had to leave me. I never should have gone out after you that night. But when I found out you was gone, I got to thinking you was going to him, and I couldn't stand it. I swore I'd stop you and bring you back. I went crazy. Yes, that's what it was, Laura Bell. I just went crazy. I rode through the night like a drunken Comanche. It's my own crazy jealousy threw me off that horse.
Jackson, forgive me. Forgive me. Look at me, Jackson. You're my husband, my very own.
Laura Bell.
Laura Bell.
Laura Bell.
Hi, boys.
It's Jesse.
Well, I'll be.
He's got a lot of gall coming back here.
Where do you think you're going? Thought I told you to keep out of my sight.
Just found out my mother is dying, and I came to see her. And I intend to see her.
They tell me you're the big noise now with them trespassing thieves.
I hope my good fortune doesn't distress you too
They're
much.
even talking about putting you up for public office. They must pay high for double crossing.
Senator, let's not discuss that. I'm afraid we see things differently. Nothing on earth would bring me
You
here.
know, you're mighty lucky my men didn't take a shot at you. That was their orders.
I was about to say that nothing on earth would bring me back here except Mother. Is she in her room?
No, she ain't in her room.
Where is she?
You'll find her right in there. In a long pine box.
No, Vashti.
Mr. Jesse.
No, thank you.
But Miss McCandless, she said to me once, Vashti, you be sure and see that Mr. Jesse eats proper.
I'm
And
a
I
good
said,
friend, Vashti. I shan't forget it.
poor Miss McCandless.
Vashti, I wonder if Miss Pearl would mind if you woke her up. I have to go away soon. I'd like to see her. What's the matter? Didn't she hear me?
Yes, I hate you, Mr. Jesse. Only, I'm certain sure the devil himself been chasing Miss Pearl.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, Miss McCandless, she treated Miss Pearl awful good. She treated everybody awful good, even me. And after she went to heaven, why, Miss Pearl looked like she's had a spell or something. She wouldn't eat nothing. She wouldn't talk to nobody. She just stared and stared at Miss McCandless lying there so still like. She ran to the barn and wouldn't come out for nobody.
Poor girl.
She's sad, Mr. Jesse. I listen at the barn door and I hear her weeping something awful.
Vashti, I want you to do something for me.
Yes, Mr. Jesse.
Go and fix Miss Pearl a hot breakfast.
Oh, yes, Mr.
Oh,
Jesse.
Vashti, I want you to pack Miss Pearl's things.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Pearl? Oh, Pearl.
Go away.
Vashti said you wouldn't come into the house, and I couldn't believe her.
Leave me alone.
You've gone out of your mind. What are you doing out here in the stable?
I bet your pa would think it was too good for him.
Never mind what he thinks. I'm not going to allow you to
Don't you worry none about me. I'm going away from here.
Really? Where are you going, Pearl?
It ain't your business. Me and Dice will get along all right.
Of course, there's Loot. He'll be paying a visit here sooner or later if I know Loot.
That's right. I'm Luke's girl. You can't forget that, can you?
Oh, Pearl, what makes you think that?
That's what you said that night. You said you'd never forget.
I did say that, didn't I? It worried me sometimes to think I'd made so much of it. I hope it didn't make any difference.
No, it didn't make no difference. You're right. I'm Luke's girl. It's all I ever was. It's all I ever could be.
You love him, don't you?
Love him? I hate him. I wish they'd hang him. I wish they'd hang him fast.
Yes, after all you've been through, I suppose.
Ah, ain't just his fault. He sent for me tonight. I guess I'd go to him.
Well, Lute's not sending for you tonight or any other night. Listen, Pearl, I have to be in Paradise Flats a few days on business. Do you want to wait here until I go to Austin, or would you like to come with me right now?
Me? You're just being sorry for me. You don't have to be sorry for me,
Listen
now.
to me, Pearl. Won't have you thinking that. It's you who are feeling sorry for yourself. I told Helen long ago I wanted to get you out of here.
You told her?
Yes. She wants to be your friend.
Oh, Jesse, after your ma died, I just didn't want to go on living no more.
I know, Pearl. I know what you... You like Helen. But she'll like you, too. You just wait and see.
She's a lady, ain't she? Like your ma.
She's a lady, Pearl, like you're going to be.
No, I can't be no more.
Of course you can. We'll just pretend the whole thing was just a bad dream. That's all it was, actually, a nightmare.
Oh, Jesse, if only I could be good again.
Pearl. Pearl, look at me. Remember when you wanted to learn, when you wanted me to help you? Well, I know just the school for you.
School?
What's the matter? Don't you still want to learn?
Oh, Jesse, I'll do anything. I'll cook for you. I'll wash Miss Helen's clothes.
You'll do nothing of the sort. You'll learn to waltz and make small talk and have pretty dresses. Here.
For me?
From Mother to you.
Oh, Jesse, I wish I could die for you.
Let's hope you never have to do that, Pearl.
Is that you, Judas? I got a message from your brother. You know, the McCandless with the guts.
What's the matter with the bad man? Can he deliver his messages in person?
He has some business tonight with a train. You know, he just plumb don't like trains.
So I've heard. Have you become his assistant, Sid?
Oh, we keep in touch with each other. You should have seen his face when I told him you had Chavez with you.
I'll bet it was a lovely sight to behold. What's the message?
He says I'm to bring her back with me. Pronto.
Suppose she doesn't feel up to making the trip.
He says if she don't come back, he's coming here tomorrow morning bright and early and get her.
You seem to be a capable messenger, Sid. Would you mind carrying back a reply?
Well, not at all. Glad to oblige.
You can tell my beloved brother that I'll wait for him here. I should have the sheriff waiting for him, but I prefer to meet him alone.
Is that a promise?
You're not talking to Lute.
That's near enough. I'm giving you one more chance, Jesse. Send Pearl out here or I'll plug you from here to breakfast.
Look, Lute, just what do you think Pearl's doing here with me?
Don't give me any of your high and mighty noble talk, big words. You think I wouldn't shoot you because you ain't got a gun?
No, Lute, I wouldn't credit you with any such compunctions.
I'm riding back to that hitching post and then turning and starting to shoot.
It's more than you did for Sam Pierce. Why all the consideration?
Just don't want them fancy friends of yours to say you had a brother who shot you down in cold blood.
You're going to hang, Lute. You're going to hang by the neck until you're dead. You'll just go on killing and killing till they kill you.
I hope Pearl gives you a pretty funeral, Jesse.
Who's that?
Just me, Lem Smoot.
Come here to gloat over me, huh? Well, you can turn right around and get out of here.
I came because I thought maybe you'd be needing a friend. There's a funny glow in the sky tonight, ain't there? I remember once hearing one of them Indian legends about how their ancestors lit bonfires in the sky when the chief's son was a-dying.
So he's dying, huh? Well, it don't surprise me none. Lute always was a good shot.
No, it looks like them ancestors of yours that have put out those bonfires.
What do you mean?
I guess Jesse's a little tougher than you thought.
Thank God.
Oh, I thought I knew you better than that, Jackson. I know how fond you were of those boys and how proud of them you were.
You know, Lem, it don't seem possible, but I must have been wrong about a whole lot of things. Laura Bell warned me I was spoiling Lou, but I wouldn't listen to her. Lem, look. You see them plains and hills? I was so almighty proud of what I carved out of this country. I figured I was building something for Lute and Jesse. And what have I got now? Lute, a murderer, an outlaw. Jesse. Jesse.
Jesse'll come back any time you want him to.
You think so, Lem? You think so?
Told me to tell you so.
I'm just a lonely old man who needs a friend. Like you said, Lem.
Here's your luggage, miss.
You're Miss Helen, ain't you?
And you're Pearl.
He's been asking for you.
How is he?
He's gonna be all right.
Thank heaven. I shouldn't cry, I know it. He wouldn't like it.
You couldn't do nothing he wouldn't like.
You're very fond of Jesse, aren't you?
After my pa, Wasn't never nobody good to me like my pa. Except Miss McCandless. And Jessie.
Oh, my dear. You will come and live with us, won't you? I want you to.
Miss Helen.
Yes, Pearl.
I'm glad you and Jessie are bespoken.
Thank you.
Hi, Pearl. Hey, how's a hero? I just heard he was gonna pull through. Tough luck, ain't it? But Loot'll get him next time. You can bank on that.
Next time? Yeah. Next time.
Hey, Pearl, I got good news for you.
Yes, Sid? What is it?
It's from Loot. He says you gotta hightail it out of here if you want to kiss him goodbye before he beats it across the border.
You mean it, Sid? Where is he?
I kind of figured you'd like that. He's hiding out at Squaw's Head Rock. You got that? Squaw's Head Rock. Just fire 2 shots when you get there.
Yes, Sid, I got it. Squaw's Head Rock.
You take the Apache Trail to the mission. Any engine there can tell you how to get to Buffalo Ridge. And then you... Say you got a good horse. It's a couple of days' ride.
Sure, I got my Pinto. You know. The one Loot gave me. Before I was his girl.
guess that does it. Pearl! Hey, Pearl!
You got me that time. I'm done for.
You're lying. You're lying like you always do.
I can't shoot no more, honey. Honest.
I'm not scared of you. I'm coming up after you.
All right, then. Come on up. No use my lying no more. I'm through. Pearl, you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm tired. Pearl, I'm going. Fast, are you? Ain't you coming up? I want to see you. I gotta see you. Pearl, where are you? Where are you? Hurry! Please! I gotta hold you just once more. I love you. I love you. Hurry. Hurry! Lord! Hurry, honey.
Hold on, Luke! Hold on!
Hurry!
Wait for me, Luke! Wait for me! Luke!
Pearl! Where are you? You always said you could shoot. I never believed you.
I love you. I love you.
Oh, don't cry, honey. Don't cry.
I had to do it, Luke. I had to do it.
Of course you did. Let me hold you.
Yes, hold me. Hold me once more.
Little